And welcome to the show. It's so lovely to see you.
Thank you for having me.
And this looks absolutely fantastic. So describe a little bit about who she is. So Agatha Raisin, she had this, she sort of touched on it there actually, she had this sort of high-flying PR job, didn't she, in the city?
She threw it all in to go and live in the countryside to follow her childhood dream, but she brings herself and her London ways with her and doesn't quite fit in. And in the pilot, she tried to ingratiate herself to fit within this village by entering a quiche competition, which she didn't win. Someone got poisoned, she got accused. So she had
poisoned by quiche?
Poisoned by cowbane in this spinach quiche. So she had to prove her innocence and realise she's actually rather good at it. So this is 8 self-contained episodes of her being an amateur detective.
She's
basically
not the most, on the surface, the most likeable person.
Well, she's not, actually. She's quite sort of ruthless and doesn't take no for an answer and doesn't really care what people think of her. Doesn't have a particularly fantastic love life, although she gives good effort in this series with quite a few gentlemen.
Is it James is the love interest?
James Lacey, Captain James Lacey, yes. There's a sort of will they, won't they, kind of all the way through the whole episode, a little like moonlighting. He's everything that she is not. He's academic and he's bookish, he's possibly slightly repressed and she's possibly slightly vulgar, so they're a magnet for each other, obviously.
And Matt Horn plays her friend.
He plays my gay assistant. And he's just absolutely wonderful.
And that's what it does so beautiful, is it combines the drama of it, the sort of murder mystery, with the comedy as well.
It does. I mean, it's commissioned by the drama department at Sky, and I think what Sky has done is taken what is amazing about a lot of American shows, in fact, Ugly Betty being one of them, that the drama is still very real, but it can flip into comedy on the turn of a sixpence, really. And, you know, a bit of physical comedy going on there. Yeah. We're always mining for a bit of physical comedy in this show.
Well, I'll come to Ugly Betty in a moment, because I know you've just come back from a reunion. But just finally on this one, for you, great, because it's a lead.
I know. Well, I've played quite a lot of best friends for the last few years of my career, and that's what I've kind of been known as, really, in extras and in Ugly Betty. So yeah, so it's great to. It's a slight pressure though. The pressure was not to get ill.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Of
I
course.
Suddenly actually thought about it at the beginning. I thought, really nothing can happen to me here. I've really got to take care of myself during this.
You can't make
because
the
I
film,
was in pretty much every scene every day.
And also, they're based on the books by Marion Chesney. There are lots of these books. I mean, there's a whole series. This could go on for a super long time.
I know 26 novels, and one of these was from a short story. In fact, the one tonight was based on a short story. So it could go. It could run and run.
Well, we're hoping for something that might run and run if it were to come back. So tell me about the reunion. Austin, Texas seems to be a strange place to have a reunion.
I know. Well, apparently it's got a big television community there, and it's a festival, a television festival there, and one of the features of that festival specialises in television reunions. So America got in touch with us all, America Ferrera, not the country, and said, would everybody up for going to Texas for the weekend and basically having a reunion? It literally took us about an hour to reply and say absolutely. I mean, it was such a joyful show, and I think it's had such an effect on so many people. I mean, I still meet people that say, I grew up with that show, I used to watch it with my mum, and so basically there is a hope that there may be maybe a movie.
And what's the
hashtag? Hashtag Hulu, bring back Betty.
And if this gets enough support, this is something that could...
That's very possibly could happen.
And I think it would be great. I love the fact that you moved away from LA because you've got your little boy and sort of bring up little boy in the UK.
Yeah.
I love the things that you that you learned whilst you were in LA. The art of waving to people that don't exist.
Oh yeah, yes. Well, when you've seen a terrible photograph of yourself on the red carpet for the first time, you learn pretty quickly how to stand and the angle to put your leg and to sort of look windswept and interesting and look as if you're waving at someone rather than just totally posing, because it can be a bit embarrassing, all that, can't it, really?
Yeah, and
you actually do wave to people, you walk down the red carpet and you do the and there's no one there?
No, it's always up, because you can lift your chin up. It's never down. It's never down there.
Clever.
It's all about the lighting.
And your mum said there are no older people in LA.
That's right. My mum came over to visit me one time, and she said, "Where do all the older people buy their cardigans?" And it's true. I mean, there's a lot of very high-end shops in Beverly Hills, and there's a lot of very cool, funky, grungy, vintage stuff. But where's your middle-of-the-road high street stuff?
Yeah, it's true. It's very true.
When I got there, I was like, where do I buy my underwear?
Well, we're very glad to have you back, that's for sure. And we also
back.
can't let you go today without telling us the story that has inspired our phone-in today. And this was the story of you on the movie set with Colin Farrell.
Yes, a film I did called The Lobster, where I had made a decision that my character walked with a sort of humped over shoulders, and I'd asked the costume designer for a terrible ill-fitting bra that would add to the factor. And then, of course, then came the day that I had to take my clothes. I had to be sitting in my underwear. I thought, oh, I didn't really think this one through. So I thought, well, I can't. The instinct when you're in your underwear is to pull everything up and elongate this bit. And I thought, I can't do that. I can't suddenly be sitting like this on a seat after I've my whole character.
Yeah.
So I thought, OK, let's go for it. And I had Ben Whishaw sitting beside me in his underwear. So the two of us are sitting there and I'm all humped over. And Colin Farrell turned round and looked at me and just blatantly burst out laughing at me. So I must be literally the only woman that has stripped off in front of Colin Farrell and he just laughed at. But there again, he did it in front of me and I just laughed at him.
Yeah, well, there you go.
Exactly,
Right,
so there you
go. Get your own back.
Hello, YouTube. For more of the same, just click here. And don't forget, you can subscribe for even more of these amazing videos exclusive to our channel.
Models on the catwalk. They model different designers' clothes. Yeah.
Nice.
Strap this
Hoping
down.
you might come give us your slim body on the catwalk this year.
You think?
Flattery
You do
will
have
get
a
you
model
every-
stroll, don't you? I've seen you do it.
I have to. Okay, well, I can.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I need to.
Is this a done deal? Are you going to be strolling down the catwalk now?
Well, I'll see what I can cancel in my diary.